Hey everyone, did you know more shops are asking AI assistants like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini instead of Googling for the perfect product? But here's the kicker. Most webshops have no clue if AI is even recommending their products. In this video, I'll break down how tools like Rank Zero, Prompt Rank track your AI visibility. Then, I'll show you how to build your very own AI SEO checker in N8N in just a few clicks. Ready to unlock a whole new sales channel? Let's jump in. So here we are in the N8N workflow. I will put a link in the description where you can get this for free and just plug it in and try it for yourself. I'll quickly show you a demo how this works and what kind of results you can expect. So for this demo, I just use the N8N form and use a few input fields that will transfer the information to N8N. So for my domain, I will add my stores, quick start. This is the Shopify development store. I'm going to check the question, what's the best beginner snowboard under 200 euros? So this is the same type of question as that GPT shows in their example. Okay, I can search for the country or let it be empty and then it will default to the default one, and the default, if I'm correctly, is just the US. You can add whatever you want here. I'll keep it empty. Okay, form submitted. Now the workflow is running. The workflow finished. Now I'm going to show you what the end result is. The end result is a Google document with a report about how good our store is ranking for AI visibility. And as you can see, 0 positions, none assessments, none. So great, we are there yet. Now it also searched my catalog and found a few products that might be competing for the prompt. So for example, beginner snowboard. We have the beginner freestyle board. Not sure why it took this one. A very all-round board for beginners. So a few products that are beginner friendly actually, and none of them are inside of the response. So here it will show us the diagnosis and the recommendations, what it found. So first it says, okay, this is what I see and this is what you can change and I add to the product page to be more visible. So yeah, add the phrase best beginner board under 200 euros. Well, if you add that, you have a lot of chance to be visible there. And also consider adding an FAQ section, address topics like this, is it suitable for beginners? Yeah, what makes it good for beginners? Because Q&A is very important for an AI because that's easy to read. So question, answer. And if somebody is asking your question inside of the prompt, then a big chance that you will pop up there because you are really answering the question the AI tries to solve. And it does this for all the other products. And then it will say a few more tips. You can adjust this output, but a good one is create a dedicated beginner snowboard buying guide with all these products mentionings and stuff, because an AI really likes when you are like answering the question it wants to solve with a lot of information and a lot of credibility. And yeah, it will give you these insights. And if you use these insights for multiple times and run this a few times a week, maybe if you even want a few times a day with different prompts, then you get a nice understanding. Okay, I need to do this to boost my visibility. And this is basically what all the other tools are doing as well. But notice all the information about AI SEO is new. It's not set in stone. Nobody actually knows if this is going to work. People have a general understanding what might happen. Basic SEO principles are still very effective. Then you will rank in Google way higher, and also you have the chance of ranking inside of an LLM response at the top. So this product might help you sell your products on GPT and add a new income stream to your web shop. For the people that don't know me, I'm Luc the Blog, and if you want to skip the explanation, go down in the timetable and skip to the N8N workflow part. I will show you exactly how I create an AI SEO tracker in N8N. So ChatGPT released a new feature called the Discover Your Products. And this means your products will be on the top of the responses when somebody is asking what's the best espresso machine. then right there, as you see in this image, your products will be there. So this might be a new sales channel. So to be featured in this, you need to go to this website. I will put a link in the description. And as we scroll down, you need to apply for yourself and fill this in. This is quite new. So a few people are searching for AI SEO, ChatGPT visibility, GPT sources, products, all those stuff. But we are still early. And the sources are also known to get like the information from your web page, as we all know with the search feature and Perplexity. But to feature your products, this is a whole new story and we should capitalize on this one. So let me show you in GPT how it actually looks. So also in GPT, I've asked the same question as in their example. What's the best espresso machine under 200 euros? And right there, 3 espresso machines that are sellable in the Netherlands. So when I click on this one, you get a little bit more information. Also a little bit of a review. So it will really scrape everything from the website. And now after a while, everything is loaded. You see a few links I can visit. And when I visit those links, it will direct me to the page. And here it is, the page of the same product. And now I can buy directly from here. So when we are going to take a look at which stores are selling this machine, you see 3 stores. When I show more, they show a bunch of more stores. And now is the trick that your store is featured here. And to do this, we need to utilize the principles of AI SEO and also general SEO. So the question, what are the best phones under 600 euros, is the same structure but a different product. And as you can see, it takes from all different sources. And in the end, it will show you a few different products where you can buy in in the Netherlands. So I can also ask another type of question. So I want to buy a blue cup with birds. So now it also triggers the same principle. And because I want to see a blue cup with birds, now a few of the products are visible. And if we scroll down, a lot of new sources are gathered with information, and a few of these products are visible over here. And imagine your store being visible in a response like this, and even being visible inside one of these cards. This will greatly boost your visibility for your store and will drive customers directly from GPT to your store. And GPT is not the only one. We all know this principle with sources and searching from Perplexity. So I asked the same question in Perplexity for best espresso machines, and it found a lot of stores in my neighborhood that sell espresso machines under 200 euros. And if you scroll down, there are different stores available. And now this can also happen with web shops. So what you want is you want to be visible in Perplexity also. And same goes with other LLMs. So if somebody goes to this source and clicks on this source, you basically want to be this block. So in this block, this is another store that sells coffee or where you can buy coffee. You want this to be your store. And if this is your store, immediately, just like I just did now, like, okay, I want to verify the information. They go to your store. If they see nice things, they might buy from your store. So to know how your store is performing, there are a lot of tools popping up. One of these is this one, Rank Prompt. Another one is Rank Zero. You can fill in your URL and it will search how visible you are. But what it's actually doing is way less complicated than you actually think. I went through the whole documentation of Rank Zero, how they are analyzing, what they are analyzing, what they are tracking, what you need to fill in, all this stuff. And it basically comes down to this. Add prompts you want to rank for. What are the best espresso machines under 200 euros? Or I want to buy a black espresso machine. All those prompts, what you want to rank for your store, you need to fill in their dashboard. And they put your prompt in GPT or in Gemini, Grok, Perplexity, and see what the response is. And based on this, they are going to check all the sources inside of the response, and they will see, okay, how many times is your store mentioned? Oh, it's 0. Then you need to adjust this or this. Yeah, or you mentioned like several times, and it's like, oh, your visibility score is 60%. So I backtraced this, and I was thinking, yeah, but you can do this yourself without paying for those tools. So now I will mention how I build this workflow, and I will also let you know what you can do to personalize this and improve this workflow to suit your needs for your store the best. I will assume that you have basic knowledge of NADN, and I will explain the nodes on the screen. And here and there, I'm also mentioning other types of nodes you can use, but I won't explain every node available here. So in the beginning, you have a trigger node. This can be whatever you want. For me, I just wanted to do the on-form submission, so the different input fields like I showed you, because that will output structured information and that's easy to use. And especially if it's just for myself, I just can fill it in and then run this workflow, and yeah, it just gives the output. You can also use something like WhatsApp, Telegram, custom dashboard, webhook, whatever. So you can also integrate this inside your tooling. Inside the form, you see the information is like I said, formatted, nicely structured information to the main, the prompt, and the sys tree. Well, that's empty. From the form submission, we go to a basic LLM. If you input, for example, the Netherlands, it will use a country code like NL. It will only output this. From there, it will check if there is a country code, yes or no. In this case, no. If yes, then go on and do this one. I will open the one with the country code, and here is something that needs explaining. We are going to use the URL of the OpenAI with responses. This is a fairly new API endpoint, and this one will give us back the sources that you can see when using 4.1 mini or something. So you know the sources it will get its information from, and that's why we are going to use this one. All the other endpoints doesn't have that, and in NADN it's still not available in the basic GPT node. Then you can use your own AI credentials. How to create this one? You do the predefined credentials, you find OpenAI, and you can just create a new one, and there's like documentation how you can add this. So when I adjust mine, it's the API key and the base URL. So if you want to know how to do it, you can open documents and it will guide you exactly on where to get it in your OpenAI account. Then if you go down below, we need to enable send headers. It's important to use like content type application / JSON. Then we are going to enable body JSON using JSON, and this is going to be the structure. So we're going to define the model. After this, you're going to do the input. This is the input like my prompt, and yeah, it will show you the prompt. Then we are going to call the tool, and the tool we're going to call is the web search. For the location, if you want to do the location, you do like user underscore location, type approximately. I hope I pronounce it correctly, I don't know. And then it will search inside like the area what you provide. So that will be in my case Netherlands, or if you didn't do something, it will be the US. So I will go back to the other one, and as you see, we don't have the location, so we're only using the tools, and that's it. So now on the right side, we see all kinds of information, and this is actually what you want to see. So here we see, okay, this is the query that's going to be asked from OpenAI. Not sure why the action contains 2024, but hey, okay. We have different output messages, and annotations is basically the sources it used to generate its response. So these are very important. And now if you scroll down a little bit, we see different sources. Curated.com, tactics.com, And it's all like, okay, best snowboards, best beginner boards, tactics.com, again, a lot of tactics. So this one is going pretty well. And then the text is generated. And now we know my development store is not showing up here. Well, there's no surprise because it's a development store and I didn't add anything to this one. But if you are visible over here, the response down below, this one is generated using your content. And you will be shown inside the response it's generating for the user when using this query. Let's move on. Now I use the set variable and I basically want to, because there are like two streams and one or the other is giving an output. They are giving the same kind of output structure, so that's fine. Now I want to make sure the variable has the same name like always, because then we can use it in the AI agent prompt. So that's what I'm doing over here. Oh, and as you see, it's undefined. So let's see. Okay, so what we need to use is this one. So as you see, there is like all the information that's used to generate like the response, and make sure this is the input, because this will contain all the content information about the sources. Okay, let's execute it. Now you see, okay, this is executed. Okay, nice. And here we go to the analyze visibility agent. So I hooked it up to 4.1 mini also, and in the prompt I basically input the domain we are looking for, that's from the form, the search query also from the form, and the JSON web response. So okay, I will first show the prompt, and my workflow is started to Shopify owners. So what it does is going to grab the search response, and then based on this it will get like a list of products from Shopify. From that list, it will check, okay, which products are visible or are potentially visible for my query and are also visible in the web search. After this, it's going to target the AI SEO vector database. This is just my vector database where I put in documentation about what it can expect from using AI SEO, normal SEO, and it will generate a response based on the information there. So make sure if you want to do this, your next steps and its feedback to you will be more reliable, but you need to make sure that you will gather correct information about SEO or AI SEO. And that is basically what's going on in this prompt. So I will execute this step here, and then you can see what's going on. So yeah, first it's going to get the products in Shopify, then it will analyze which products are a match with the search query. Oh, this time I didn't use the AI vector database, so let's see what the response might be. It decided for itself that it was like, okay, I have enough information what you should do. This might be the case because I didn't have the basics. So when I search for what's the best beginner board, and he says under 200 euros, and it thinks, okay, you didn't even mention it somewhere, so why should you be matched? And it thinks that's enough information, then it will output this one. But yeah, if you need a little bit more context, then it has the vector database over here. So now this part is actually how you can create Google documents with Markdown. For some reason, it's not possible to use the Google Docs notes in NADN directly. I'm not sure why. Oh, you can use it direct, but no Markdown, nothing. So I was trying another way, doing my research, and I found that this particular flow will give you a markdown in Google Documents. So first, the agent is going to output its response in Markdown. So it's important to add that to your prompt, basically. Now, as you see here, these are the settings I use. So it's important I chose to automatically link to the URLs, because I think that's a nice feature if you have like a report and then, oh, this is my URL. Okay, click and then go to something. So you can also even add petition. You can say, okay, I also want a list with my competition and add their URL so you can directly see, oh, this store has these URLs and why does it? So then you can directly click on it. So that's why I enable this one. The complete HTML document is very important. This is what we need to create like the correct file. And table support, I thought, yeah, if the agent is going to output tables, it better be able to understand what it is. From the markdown, we go to this code block. We'll execute this one first. Okay, so we have two different outputs. This is the one we need to use. Okay, this is the code. This will be our input from the HTML. And now it will create like an HTML binary file. And here it is. This is the file. Okay, great. Now we're going to upload the file to Drive. And yeah, what you do is like, okay, select the correct file and give it a name. This is the file name. So it's this one. You select your drive and your folder and then execute this step. So now it will just upload it to the Google Drive. Okay, it's uploaded. I will show you it in Google Drive. Now we are in my Google Drive that I specified. As you can see, we have the HTML report over here. Then you see file HTML. Well, there is like, yeah, it's like just plain. Okay, great. And the next one is an HTML to doc. Also, this one is unable to be done with the node that's inside of NADM. So over here, this is the URL I found. This is the URL I found that is going to copy your HTML file and then it will just convert it into a Google document. You put your ID over here. This is the ID generated by the upload file on the left. Then I have the authentication. Again, you can just create a new authentication, find the Google Drive authentication here, then connect your Google Drive account again, and it then has nice documentation how to connect this. So we do like the SAM body, use JSON, and this is the JSON structure. So here we have the name of the report, and I added like the date and time. So yeah, if I run it multiple times, it doesn't overlap or rewrite or whatever. This is the folder ID. And this is the folder ID, and you can find the URL inside of the Google URL from your Google Drive. And this will change the MIME type to a Google document. Now I'm executing. Now it should be uploaded. And here it is. And now it's as the same kind of visibility, the question, this is just like what you saw before. And this is just how the workflow is working. But you can improve this one. Over here in this part, I'm only searching for OpenAI, but you can add Perplexity, Gemini, Grok. You can do whatever you want. You can also do it like in parallel. Yeah, if you want to do like a Perplexity, just add another node for Perplexity. You'd have to set this up and then you can just drag another line over here. And you can also just add it to the same variable or even another variable and name it web search Perplexity, and then it all goes to the same AI agent. So now you can add multiple LLMs where you want to see your ranking and what your visibility is. This is a good one to improve. For now, I also did like the only get like the Shopify product list, and to connect you to your Shopify you need to have a partner account, so this or your store. Let me show you. We are inside my store. This is, like I said, a developer store. Now we go to apps, app and sales channel settings, develop apps. So now here we create a new app and you give it a name, and then it will create the application. So I will open this one. When we go to the configuration, you need to give your NADN different access. This is the list with access, so you can edit and select the ones you want or need. So it all depends on how much access you want to give to NADN. An important one to know the pages is read content. So if you want to find all kinds of pages, will it be blogs that is added to your web shop, or if it's like policies, you need to add to read content. When you have this, you have like your API credentials, and this is the code you need. And this one is only showing once, so be sure to keep it somewhere. And after that, it's going to go in for me it says uninstall, but you should install the application. Now back in N8N, it just gets like the whole product list, and this list will be used to see which products are a match. You can even improve this by adding, like I said, blocks. So your blogs, maybe you have a blog website separate, or maybe it's inside your Shopify. You can also do it for WooCommerce, Magento, whatever. Even if you don't have a web shop, you can also just get information from your website, like blog or portfolio, and put it in here. For the vector database, I use Pinecone. So I hope this video gave you a new perspective, and you can use this workflow to enhance the sales of your store and discover a whole new sales channel. If you want to download this, there's a link inside the description, and you can always contact me. See you in the next one. Cheers.